include them in your daily routine, you will speak English, fluent every day. And these techniques are not very difficult, or they do not require a lot of your time. I know you are busy in your life and you don't have time to give a lot of time to practice speaking English. Are you willing to dedicate yourself to speak English? If yes, so these techniques are going to benefit you immensely. These 3 techniques will help you to speak English every day. You can speak English each day, every day. Hi everyone, my name is Shalima and welcome back to my another session of learning English and improving your English speaking skills with me. So today I am going to tell you something that is going to help you to speak English every day. So you are going to speak English from today, and this is the day 1, and you are going to speak English every day. I have 3 techniques for you. So are you guys ready for this? So if you are ready, please let me know in the comment section that yes ma'am, I am ready. Alright, so before beginning, please subscribe to the channel so that you can get all the lessons that I post for you on this channel. And please like the video and share it with your friends, with your loved ones, and with the person who really need this stuff. Alright, now coming back to today's lesson, and this lesson will help you to speak English every day. How to speak English every day? Speaking English increases your speaking fluency. The more you speak English, the more you will become fluent. Now, the thing is that a lot of time people like speaking. I'm not just talking about practicing, I'm talking about speaking. That means speaking in the real life situation, and you are going to speak in English every day. Just follow these 3 techniques that I have for you. Once you follow them, I'm sure that you are going to be fluent in English real soon. So let's begin with all the 3 techniques. Then technique number 1 is to expose yourself to English. Yes, you have to express yourself to English. What happens is, when you expose yourself to English, to rewire your brain to become fluent in English. That means your brain is conditioned for your native language. But once you expose yourself to speak English, becomes easy for you, because your brain starts getting comfortable in that particular language. You develop a deeper understanding of that language and also about the day-to-day uses of the language. Now, what is exposing yourself to the language? How you can expose yourself to the language? That means just like your native language is there around you in your environment naturally, and you have to naturally expose yourself to English. That means look out for English whenever you can. If you can watch something in English, go watch it. If you are reading a newspaper, choose to read it in English. If you are watching something, watch it in English. You are listening to a song, choose English song to listen to in English. If you are listening to some kind of announcements somewhere, pay attention to the words that are used in that particular announcement. You are going to, you are going to a particular restaurant, you are reading the menu, pay attention to that. That's written in English, right? So you are somewhere and you are reading a brochure. Maybe you have at a firm or you are at college. Anywhere you are reading some kind of magazines. There is a brochure. That's also in English, and you have to take it up, read, expose yourself to English as much as you can in your environment naturally. Pay attention to that holdings, pay attention to the advertisements. This can help you to expose yourself more and more to English language. And once you do that, you are able to build a particular comfort zone with that particular language. Now it's natural to you. You are creating a very natural environment for yourself, and this will help you to speak English. This helps you to get the encouragement to speak in English, because English is now not an unfamiliar Troy for you. It's a familiar Troy because you have exposed yourself a lot, and that is why it's quite familiar to you. And once English becomes familiar, then speaking it every day, I think that is not a big task, right? So you can speak English every day to improve side by side. If you are afraid of making mistakes, that's okay. You can improve them on the go. Means as you are speaking it every day, you can improve. You can look out for the mistakes. You can see where you are making mistakes. You can check it out. Try to improve them next day. When you are speaking in English, so improvement goes hand in hand. But speaking every day must be there. It's required. If you want to become fluent in a particular language, you need to use the language, and speaking is using that particular language. And that's why you have to speak English every day. And in order to do that, you need to expose yourself more and more to this particular language. So go watch something in English today. Alright, now let's talk about the technique number 2. So the technique number 2 is consumption. Consumption versus production. Now, a lot of time people either pay attention towards what consumption or towards production and miss out on one of these aspects, whereas you have to create a balance between both consumptions and production. Now, what is this? This is not something kind of technical production house, right? Consumption and production. You might be thinking about something technical. No, it's about language. It's about how language works on consuming content in language. When you want to speak it, you have to first consume it. That's what exposure does to you. When you expose yourself more and more to English language, when you expose yourself to that particular language, you know what happens is you are also consuming that particular language. So consuming in the form of listening and reading. Listening and reading allows you to consume a particular language, which is very important for you guys because it creates a base for you. If you don't consume, you will not be able to produce. That is speaking English. The major form of language production is speaking. That's the output you are creating in that particular language, and that's very important. So consuming the language is equally important. Listening and reading in that particular language is extremely important. So are you listening to some good podcast in English? Are you listening to audiobooks? Are you listening to songs in English? Because a lot of time people might say that I am just listening to English song, but that listening to English song is conditioning your mind for English. It's making you comfortable with English. You are going to pick up some words from there. Am I right? And you will also improve your pronunciation. So the first step is to consume content in English. And now imagine there is a coffee machine. If you won't put ingredients in the coffee machine, will you get an outcome that prepared coffee? No, you won't, right? You have to put coffee powder. You have to put milk powder. You have to put warm water, right? Only then you are going to get a cup of coffee. So it's like you are putting those ingredients in your mind so that you can produce the language that is speak the language. So in order to do that, first you have to consume the language, put content, English content into your mind. your subconscious mind. So that is why consume in English and then work on producing. That is speaking every day. Speak from day one, and you have listened to something and practice speaking in that real life situations. Look where you can use that particular word, particular phrase, and you will be able to speak English every day, because when you consistently interacting with a language, it becomes easy for you to speak English every day. Now let's talk about the technique number 3. Well, technique number 3 is shadowing. Shadowing is a technique that allows you to speak from day one, and it allows you to speak English every day, and this is something that's a great way to practice English, and this kind of practice allows you to become natural in English speaking. It allows you to train your mouth and brain both to speak English. How to do it? Well, shadowing is a technique where you speak right after the speaker. You act as a shadow, as an echo of the speaker. For instance, there is a line, somebody saying something. Oh, that was a great day. The day, oh, we had a lovely vacation last year. So somebody said that, the speaker said that, and you are going to speak right after the speaker. And it's like you are speaking with the speaker, and that's shadowing. No listen, no repeat. You have to just speak with the speaker. Movies and web series are the best way to practice shadowing, because you get to listen to authentic English, and so from where you have to select the content. Simply select movies, web series, because you also get everyday conversation English, and you will get a lot of phrases to practice, a lot of words and a lot of new words and expressions, and you are going to practice the pronunciation. The way you are going to speak something, it's going to create a muscles memory, the mouth muscles memory and mind memory too. So you are going to create a memory for yourself. It's going to create a memory for you that, okay, and this is how this word be spoken when you are going to speak in future. That's why shadowing is really helpful. So once you shadow again and again and again, it's like you are creating a particular habit to speak in English. Apart from that, a bonus technique is guided. So shadowing, now guided shadowing is my technique, something that I have created for you all on your request for you. So I have created this particular technique where you can practice speaking in English with me, and you can practice that with me only. And this is different from shadowing, because shadowing you can do it by your own, but guided shadowing you have to do it with me in my lessons, because I am going to give you a lot of steps in that you have to take up, and you have to follow my lead, you have to follow my instructions. So there are so many steps to clear your pronunciation, and also practice listening. A lot of things are getting covered and guided. Alright, so guided shadowing, from listening to pronunciation to intonation to speaking, everything gets covered in that. So you can go and check out there in the playlist, because I have created only one shadowing lesson. If you want more, you can comment me down in the comment section that yes ma'am, I want more shadowing lessons, guided shadowing lessons. So definitely I'll create a guided shadowing lesson for all of you. Alright, so now these 3 techniques will help you to speak English every day, and you can speak English each day, every day, a lot. It depends on how you are going to take up, and all these techniques, if you will take up all this technique, if you will include them in your daily routine, you will speak English, fluently every day. And these techniques are not very difficult, or they do not require a lot of your time, because I know you are busy in your life and you don't have time to give a lot of time to practice speaking English, but they require dedication. Are you willing to dedicate yourself to speak English? If yes, so these techniques are going to benefit you immensely to speak English every day. So take them up and start speaking from today. And that's it for today's video, guys. And if you like my video, please give thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe my channel, okay? So thanks for watching. Bye bye, take care.